WIIFTVPM.
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
This ain't a regular love, baby. I just sleep with me massaging your feet, shit, baby. Is there anything you want? I'm only here to please, shit, baby. You're in my command, hey. Your kiss sends me a shot of dopamine. Until I met you, and I don't know if it's real or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure, for sure. I don't feel it's a one night stand. No. It's that love you in your eyes. Make love in paradise. I want a life stand. It's that sweep you off your feet. Give you everything you need. That's what I'm feeling. It's that don't pick up the phone, cause we wanna be alone. And I never thought I'd feel this way. Then you came along and proved me wrong. Oh no, I never had an interest until I met you. And I don't know if it's real, or is it just a phase I go through. but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure. Since you came in my life, I see so clear now, yeah. You're so special. No need for labels.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show on a Friday. I used to be like, thank God it's, and then I can't even say it no more. Cause my girl String sang that. Maybe I could just sing that part. Thank God it's Friday. I can't sing the rest of it, but yeah. It's the Maze Jackson Show on a Friday. It means like the week actually kind of went by pretty fast. And Riis, I'm actually on my official countdown. I got one more day next week dealing with the peoples now. Then when I tell y'all about this experience afterwards, I'm just going to tell y'all it is no surprise to me why sometimes we be where we at. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm just say I did my thing. I did my part. Hey, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Y'all see my fresh jacket? Y'all see my fresh camo? Shout out to Ruthie Moore
for the thought, my birthday gift. Shout out to Robin Patrice for putting it all together. I feel kind of special, and I look kind of fresh on the camera. Now, you know I'm a little nervous about this weed leaf. I don't want my mama to ask me. You know what I'm saying? You know, this the international. After what I learned last week, this is code word for, excuse me, I'm sorry, officer, I thought it was legal. Hey, Riis, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you about some things I done learned. But now when the cops pull up behind me or to the side of me, Riis, I be extra swaggy. I be like, I have absolutely nothing. Even though you supposed to, you know, like, you're nervous when the police behind you. I ain't going to even lie. I'm nervous when the police behind me. But I've decided that I'm going to just be extra swaggy. Because the moment you get nervous, they be like, he moved furtively, and I decided I was going to pull him over, and then the next thing I smelled. So, yeah, Riis. Hey, I was looking at the back of my computer on this camera. I'm going to have to start charging y'all for some advertising. On my computer. You see that on the screen? It's like you can read it and everything. That Commissioner Carey Steele, you owe me. We'll talk about that later on this evening. Thank you very much. We can probably negotiate something. It is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host on a Friday in the building. I have not got my camera angle, so you won't get my close-up just yet, but it's coming. Hey, man, shout out to everybody on YouTube. I've decided I'm viewing through the YouTube viewer. And the YouTube experience is a little different. But what I know Sunil told me don't mix up the comments, but now that I can see everybody's comments on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, I want to do the YouTube people know they talking to the Facebook people sometimes. Because, man, I know the YouTube people is like, what happened over here? Mark Zuckerberg, $263 billion in one day, Riis. That's a big loss. He lost $263 billion. Or $236 billion. Let me look. Anything over 100,000, I'm already itchy. Can you imagine waking up and they say, excuse me, sir, you lost 230. You went to sleep and woke up this morning and you are $237 billion richer. Now, you still do have another $100 billion. But I'm sorry, sir. But we're going to talk about this money thing at some point today. Actually, for the social media question of the day. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jack. It's Super Bowl weekend, too, man. I mean, I'm having signature collection. But I'm having chips and dip. I think I'm going to just do chips and dip, Riis, on I think I might do chips and dip at the TP. And just have, intake on the 70-something plus. Riis, you ain't seen the 70 plus, have you? You know Big Swill got a 70 plus up there now.
Oh, no, I ain't seen that one yet.
Yep, he got a 70 plus up there. It's like it's almost be life size, dog. In a minute, Riis, they going to have TVs where it really is life size. Because I think that, you know what I was saying? Every time I want a new car, if I can't get a new car, I get a new TV. Right? Like, I feel like a man, like men, you want a new car, but you can't really get a new car. So you get your TV. Riis, and nowadays these TVs, remember when it was a big deal to have a 55-inch TV? Like if you had I remember when I had a 55-inch big box. I remember going to Best Buy. Remember when you would go to Best Buy and Best Buy have all them big old big screen TVs with the big old back with the big old everything? And then remember when you was trying to fake the big screen? Because you had a big screen, but you would put it in a wall and then you'll push it back in the wall so it'll look like it was a flat screen, but it was really a whole wall back there. And you had to go in the closet to go to the TV to fix the stuff on the back. You ain't do that, did you? That's because you grew up when it was, probably by the time you started buying TVs, it was flat screen time, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, like when I personally started buying it was definitely.
Flat screen?
Yeah, it was flat screen. But that was like when it first came out, so it was like expensive. You know how it first came out.
Right.
$100 for 32
remember when it was the time when it would be like Okay, you could buy a flat screen. You could buy like a 30-inch flat screen for like, let's say, $1,500. And you could buy like a 65-inch big box for like $900. And you be like, Hey, and it's funny because don't nobody even try. They don't even, you know how people be like, give me that. Like the big box still working. People just be like, I don't even want it. I bet if you see a big box on the block, I bet it work perfect. I bet you can go get your universal remote. But people be like, really, dog, you got a big box?
Big old box, yeah. My dad still got one.
Hey, man, I bet it's crispy, too.
Like the 51, like the real big one that you talking about. He bought that when it was popular.
Hey, man, I ain't want to let mine go.
Yeah, I'm talking about huge. Like, you stand up is almost like 5 feet tall. Yeah, my dad still.
And it's this wide.
This wide, yep. Yeah, big as ever. Big as ever, yeah. But when he first got it, though, it was like
you couldn't tell him nothing.
He couldn't touch it, none of that when he came. Hey, that man had. But yeah, I remember that, man.
Yeah, man.
And it was like sat on the floor, which is so weird. It
sat on the floor. You couldn't even. I mean, I remember when they was like, you can hang it on the wall.
Nah,
what you mean you can hang it on the wall?
It's gonna pull my whole wall down.
Man, I'm gonna tell you though. Remember the first time I saw a flat screen was on Boomerang. Eddie Murphy. And then I remember seeing it when I went to what's the name of that? When I signed my deal with McDonald's at Leo Burnett, the first time I ever saw one in real life. And it was like they brought me up and I was like, what kind of TVs are these? I was like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And then that's when they knew they had me. They was like, you put a brother in a room with a big screen TV. I bet you if you gave a brother a big, let me ask a question, fellas. No, I ain't going to ask you. But I will tell you, an 80-inch screen TV, bro. Brothers check you probably. If you got an 80, no, I ain't even ask. I ain't gonna even ask.
I think it's like a 75 or something. Like
do you?
Yeah.
Man, Riis.
Got a real big TV.
Riis, I want to go get I want the Jesus Christ Superstar in my house, man. I really do. But I feel like if I get the Jesus Christ Superstar, it's like it's obnoxious because it won't fit over the mantle. Like it's a place where the TV fits in the. You did. If I get the Jesus Christ Superstar, like in the Super Bowl coming up, like I cannot go to Costco this weekend under any circumstances. Under any circumstances, and I probably need toilet paper.
They probably got like TVs all right.
When you walk in the door at Costco, they got the 90-inch.
Right,
your mama
in the door too. Right,
like it be like, duh. You be like, I could get it.
This ain't what I came for.
Right.
Right.
I came for toilet paper.
As soon as you show them your car, like the Varies too.
It'd be like, oh, you're welcome. Duh.
I can't even see nothing else. You're going to put this big old on sale, Super Bowl sale.
I cannot go. Right.
No sale.
And this is the sale week. This is the week that's the best week of the whole year to buy the TV.
In February. It's the best week of the whole. And then they're going to tell us that on Black Friday too. And then
Riis, you know what? I want one of them TVs where you don't even know how you're going to get it home.
Yeah.
I want a TV so big.
I want the curve at first. Have you ever had like the curve? And remember how they had like the little curve?
Where you hang it though? Hey bro, if a curved TV, I'm breaking that. It's going to break because it ain't, like I need stuff, my depth, I need it to be against the wall. Cause it come out the wall like this. No. It'll be one day I'm over there trying to put something by, and boom, and it's gonna break. No curve for me.
Hey, but you ever look at TV now and then, like look at a show that was way like in the 80s, 90s, like we thought this was when this first came out, like oh my God, this was incredible.
I told you, Riis. That's why I don't really like going to the game. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we're going to the Bulls game on Saturday, but the only reason my son loves the game, so we gonna go because my son loves the game. But I prefer watching a game at home on my TV because of all of the augmented reality. Like in foot, like I hate going to the bear. Like the only reason I really like going to games is to be seen or to eat in the box and kick it in the box, right? But beyond that, I'd rather watch the game for real. If I want to see the game, I want to watch it on TV. Because I see every drop of sweat. Bro, you can sit courtside and it's real. But it ain't, you still can't see everything you see on TV. Like you could be courtside feet on the court. And it ain't as crisp as a TV. How is a TV more crisp than real life?
It's them angles, man. They changed them angles so good.
And now they doing these angles. You know what I love now in the NFL when they do when they blur the background but it's like eye level almost, and then man,
they got that from the XFL, you know. So you remember how that? So if you, I'm sure you remember, like in the football, like back in like the '80s and like the early '90s and stuff like that. Remember they only showed you that little side angle, and you remember that. So the XFL only had like one season. It was like Vince McMahon from the WWF.
They back though.
Yeah, that's because The Rock bought him, and now he's trying to do something with them with like the NFL, and it's a football league that's supposed to be coming out this year too.
That's it. The XFL is coming back.
No, I don't. I'm gonna have to look at that. But yeah, so they actually went out of business, and once they did it, then they had stole their little camera angles because it actually comes from like wrestling. So you know how like wrestling had all them little in the sky cameras. So once they came, they used that in their XFL, and the NFL saw how cold it was, and they adopted that from that. Because at first it was only that little side view. That's all they showed you from the NFL was that little top side view, and that's all how you watched it.
Yeah, and then I remember like, man, Joe, watching the NFL now is almost like watching a video game. Like that's really, I think as they continue to do these angles, it's because these kids are so used to seeing like you could turn the camera and be like, I want to watch the play. Like you could do. Man, I don't even want to talk about it. It's too much for me. That's why I stopped playing. I stopped playing Madden after Sega and the 3 buttons. When they started talking about, you got to hit the trigger. Huh? Look, man, I need X, Y, what is it? I need ABC, X. Two hands, I was already. I need a joystick.
ABC, X, Y, Z.
To
the Genesis, you got the little top gray ones.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to look, yeah.
I was thinking, man, I might go back and like one of the things I might do is get all the old school video consoles. Like the video game consoles, like the Atari, they got that as a knock. That's not a big one. But you know what I would love to play again? Intellivision and ColecoVision. I remember when ColecoVision came out, it was like, really? This is unbelievable. And I don't think I thought it could ever get better than that.
Yeah, no, it's just so crazy.
I mean, like, I remember Jay had ColecoVision. I just used to want to go over my friend's house just because he had ColecoVision. And remember ColecoVision had the big long thing with the numbers and the pad, and then they had the driver. Man.
Yeah, the world is definitely evolving.
I still like just Donkey Kong. Waka 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 waka.
That sound like Pac-Man.
That too. Oh, it's dun 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 dun.
You stay away from the stores this Super Bowl weekend. Just send Carrie to get the chip and dip. You don't even go.
Man, I just gotta go to grocery stores.
Yeah,
I cannot go nowhere where it's I'm telling you now, Reese, I'm feeling itchy. I'm feeling like Carrie gonna come home and be like, what? Where did you get this from?
Man, listen,
how you can't we can't even mount. I want a TV we got to sit on the floor because we don't even want to mount it on the wall.
It's too big.
It's too big. I want the whole wall. Hey, you know what though, y'all? We've been talking all this time, and I ain't even asked Reese. What's up, Reese? How you doing, man? How you feeling today?
I'm blessed by the best. You already know the rest. I lost but I don't know. I don't think I lost my bag, but I can't find where I put my bag, so I had to drive my other car.
You gotta check and see. Did you leave it in the leave it yesterday?
Nah, see, I remember I had it last night. So like I only went to like 2 places. So I had text both places and see if I left my bag over there.
Was it a good bag? Like, was your good stuff in it?
Yeah.
See, man.
It got that. It got my vaccine card in that. But it got my. Most importantly, it got my little small car keys and the keys to hell. But I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Hold on, Doc.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I didn't lose it for like for sure. I just know if I don't have it, then I left it at one of them 2 places. But I'm almost sure because I was like, man, so like.
So if I hear somebody open the door today, I'm just letting you know, dog.
We good, but other than that, man, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, but I just woke up looking for like, oh man, but. It's Friday, man. It's Friday. It's good. I got a little event later. I'm going to chill out tomorrow.
Is that today?
It's today.
Hey, y'all, check DJ Riis the Rule out. Y'all go on his Facebook page. If you ain't got nothing to do tonight, if you thinking you might want to get a little snuggly and a little
we got some couples painting. So
y'all ain't gonna be painting naked pictures, are you?
No. So we got like the couples painting. So it's a so you paint solo, but if you come with a couple, it's like 2 paintings that if you put them together, they connect. So
that sounds some nasty. Reis, this
it's
ain't
like real. So it's like one of them is like a heart, and then so like your wife will paint the heart, and then like you will paint like the anchor, and it's like at the end of the heart is like a chain, and then like at the end of your anchor it's a chain. So when y'all paint it, it's like y'all painting y'all own separate one, but if y'all connect the pictures, then it's like a heart and anchor, like you my heart and anchor, you know what I'm saying? And then I got like 2 wine glasses splashing in the air, but if you connect them 2, then they form a heart, you know what I'm saying? So you can do something like that, come through, I got a little, some little munchy food, and it's gonna be only R&B music tonight, only
what?
Oh yeah,
no ratchet,
no rap
what?
at all. You won't hit
Hold
no
on,
rap.
Reis.
R&B vibe.
Now you see what I don't, because y'all be on that. Y'all R&B. Y'all be like,
Nah,
y'all don't leave
now
nothing.
90s and then
Y'all don't leave nothing to chance, man. Y'all don't even leave no mystery. You don't be like, come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Hey, speaking of that, man, does anybody want to go see New Edition? Did anybody want to get a box for New Edition?
When they coming here,
I want to say like March 5th.
I always wanted to see how New Edition,
I'm saying, so anybody in the den, first of all, I think my audience is just a little older than New Edition. But for the people that want to do New Edition, I was just thinking we could go see New Edition. It'd be $500 a ticket. But for $500 a ticket, we'd be in a skybox at the United Center. Plus, we get all the food and drink that we want. So if you are interested in that, hit me up because we can actually talk about it. And then if we want to do it, I can make the reservations. I just want
Bobby gonna be there?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Bobby, and they back with, and Jodeci is the opening act.
Really?
Yeah, and it's all 4 of them.
Oh, Casey and JoJo.
Casey, JoJo, Dalvin, and Devontae.
Oh snap!
Right. Plus New Edition is gonna be now. And I'm saying we got to get it in. I'm actually thinking about doing the same thing for the Fugees.
The Fugees doing one too?
Fugees reunion. Yep. I mean, I'm saying like we should have, like we haven't really been in, and my thing with the box is you ain't got to be all in the crowd.
Yeah.
Now, you still breathing the same air. I ain't going to even trip. But in the box, you could get you ain't got to have everybody all, how when you be in the seats, Reis, and the person in front of you stand on their chair? You be like, really, dog?
Yeah.
Like, there's a certain point when you might want to sit down. And I realize it seems a lot, but man, if you are interested in going to see New Edition and want to do it in the Skybox, I know tickets saying $500 seems like a lot, but you get the Skybox, you get all you can eat, all you can drink. Right? While supplies last.
While supplies last.
Nah, but you'll make it through the concert. Unless you just try, like, my thing is you can't be going like, I'm coming to get broke off. Like, if you drink it, I mean, you know what I'm saying, Reis? It'd be bottles, the United Center got nice catering too. So if you have any interest, let me know because we're going to have to, it's going soon. Man, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I did not get through any of the headlines, so I'm going to do a speed headline real quick. All right, Super Bowl weekend. Did you see Kim Fox and Lori Lightfoot teamed up to announce charges against the Four Corner Hustlers? The mutual combatant trial that we heard. Jonathan Jackson takes on family issues. They questioned him about his brother. and he stepped to the plate. I think it was dope that he did it, but I think they need to let that be.
I told you that, and when I said it, I said they're gonna definitely
But
bring in.
Leave it alone now. You touched it. Leave it alone. It's like I think he did a great job. Speaking of that, Jonathan Jackson will be coming on the show. I want to say he is I will tell you that it does say something that Jonathan Jackson reached out and said he wanted to get in front of you all as soon as he could. I think that means a lot, only because it means that he values our voice. Right? So be on the lookout for Jonathan Jackson to be here. I still open invitation to all of the candidates who are running for any office. If you are interested in coming on the Maze Jackson Show, reach out to me, hit me up, because we want to start making sure people get some awareness and we start raising awareness on this election. Did you see Devin Hester did not make the final? I back up. Devin Hester made the final 15 in the Hall of Fame, which was probably more than we should have expected as a special teams player, with the stigma associated with putting him in really based on his special teams. I think he's going to get in. I think that the NFL Hall of Fame is like, they still ain't ready to just be like, all right, first time ballot for a special teamer. So, man, he is. So, and that's why he's going to give it. I think they're going to give it to him. They just like, we can't give it to him
off the special team because you tried to be a wide receiver. That didn't work out. So you really was only a special team with the man's speed like no other. When you had to change your game plan from him, I just remember in the Super Bowl,
man, when he
said,
opened,
I'm gonna kick it to him. That's what what was his name? Tony Dungy. They was asking him. He said, "Oh man, we're gonna kick it to him." That's all he kept saying all week. First game with him, he took it to the house. They never kicked it to him again.
Riis, I thought it was
over.
Happened,
I was in college. Everybody was in the dorm room going, I could see where people like, we gonna win it all. Yeah.
Who did I say is making a comeback? Oh, opioids. Opioids making a comeback. I don't know if y'all saw that the federal government. You all have got to watch Dope Sick, and then Dope Sick putting this in perspective, how the country is now saying that we got to give the people that need it opioids it back, even though the new rules have sharply decreased the opioid epidemic, and now they're trying to rebirth it. If you watch Dope Sick on Hulu and then you put that in perspective as to what they're saying on the news right now, you would just be like, this is unbelievable. Also, the NBA trade deadline was yesterday. The biggest trade, James Harden for Ben Simmons in Brooklyn. So we'll see how that goes. The Bulls did not make any moves. I actually think that was cool. I think that they've got, until we see what they've got completely all together, clicking on all cylinders, I think they've been holding their own. So I'll be looking forward to that. Wait, All-Star Weekend is not this weekend. It's next weekend, right? Right. They wouldn't do it on Super Bowl weekend anyway. They'd lose. The CPS sexual assault story, I covered this maybe 4 years ago, I remember. The story of the mentally challenged young man who was raped in the bathroom by a classmate, and CPS is fighting the lawsuit. Some days I just be like, really, y'all? Like, you just need to put that one to bed. Like, you just need to put it to bed. And finally, I don't know if y'all saw, John Catanzara told the rank and file police officers that he was raising their dues raising their dues $10 a month, Riis, because he is creating a $2.5 million political action committee. He said that he's tired of the city and tired of the elected officials not taking them seriously. So they are going to put together a $2.5 million PAC so that they can play in the next mayoral and aldermanic races. Those are the headlines. It is Friday, February 11th. Riis, why don't you get the plane up to 60,000 feet as we take a quick break, and then we will be back after these messages. But we are up and away. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
This is Monster Jam. Get
your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for us, black people family? Time is now 6:38 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over to the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 21 minutes, while outbound to O'Hare will be 17 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange will be 29 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. On the Eisenhower, we got from Thorndale to the Loop 32 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 29 minutes. 32 minutes on the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be 31. The Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 36 minutes. 30 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 17 minutes to the Loop, 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable, Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson, and back will be 7 minutes. On the north side, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr to Randolph, 9. Today's weather, it is currently 39 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 43 with a low of 25. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Friday. Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
Back to glory. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. From glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha, oh Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another. Please, son, look and have mercy. Have mercy over our home, Lord. Have mercy. Have mercy.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. And you know when you hear God is going to turn it around, courtesy of Church Chicago. Let me first of all give a big shout out to Pastor Terrence Pastor Terrence Keys, Angie Mims, and Terrence Daniels, Church Chicago, y'all. God is going to turn it around. That song moves me. But I think it is, I love to play it because it's when we welcome our saints to the Maze Jackson Show. They join us every day from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on WBGX 1570 AM. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. We also want to say what's up to the sinners who get here at 6 o'clock and got to stay till 9 because they need they need a little bit more spirit because the Spirit of the Lord is here. What is it? The presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Lord is here. You know, Y'all ain't. Right. I like when they be acting out with it too. Then they be trying to get the two. Right. Then they and then you got the here. The presence of the Lord is here. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do something. I think I done. So Reese, see this, you see how this chair keeps getting lower? This chair gets lower every day. This is why I'm about to go buy me a chair, and ain't nobody sitting in my chair. Because this chair is, the hydraulic pump has now started to have a leak. So if you sit here for a minute,
it start going down.
It goes. So I'm going to give y'all, we're going to have a commercial break. And right now, pardon me for one hot second. So if you're wondering what's going on, you're going to be like, Dad, where did they go? Because I'm about to switch chairs real quick. Hold on. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Go talk to the people.
And y'all got amazing. He in here switching chairs. And the crazy thing about it, don't nobody work here but him. He the only one sitting in the chair every day. So he's probably going to buy him a chair. So y'all know if he buy him a chair, it's going to be a throne on the chair. He going to have Maze on the background with a crown on it already.
Oh, Lord.
So I can see, look, I don't know what he did now, but y'all.
Okay, we back.
But yeah, so y'all, hey, please.
What was you saying, Reese?
You'll get you a custom-made chair, would you? Put it right here.
I'm going to get it blinged out.
I already know it.
I don't even like bling. I really don't.
You gotta get
what's going on with the camera reels?
It's sounding good right now.
No, I got it all jumping around. Jump around. Hey, jump around. Oh. Hold on. All right, y'all. Yeah, Reese, I'm going to give me a new chair. All right, there we go. All right, we back. Shout out to Robert Patrice. I really am feeling my jacket. It look good on camera. I'm a king. Where it say king at? See where it say, I'm a king. That's me. Black king, dang it.
It's on your little right collar too, I see. Yeah, on your right. Yep, king.
King.
I like it though. That's nice, man.
Black is beautiful.
You do look like you been in the Vietnam War or something. You like an army vet right now when you got that on.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, you've been fighting this war against blacks all your life, huh?
For blacks. For, not against. For.
Right, for. You've been fighting for.
All my life.
I had to fight for blacks.
I have been having to fight for the black people. Except for when I was in Bolingbrook.
Well, that's when you probably was fighting the
that's
most.
When they just didn't even know. I didn't even know. I was like, this can't be life. This can't be life. But I made it out, Reese. And it is what informed. I'm going to tell you, I think if you look at the activists or the people that have this struggle, it's like they had white people in their life somewhere where they just realized, like, damn, this is not right. Like, even if you look at Malcolm X, he started out. Anyway, long story short, Reese, I told you before we went to break that the Fraternal Order of Police was going to raise $2.5 million. John Catanzara, so people were pushing back in the union saying that that's too much to raise their dues, $10 a month. He said, well, the firefighters pay $1,000 a year for their dues, and they don't never have no problems because the firefighters are very politically active where the police aren't. And John Catanzara is taking them. I almost feel like he's doing the same thing that CTU did, right? Which is to go take the organization political, take the union, make it political, and then start to enforce their will through politics. Can you imagine if the police was acting like the CTU? Woo-wee! But they got guns. Okay, so John Catanzara says that he's putting up $2.5 million because he's going to get some respect on his name. And the way that he believes to get respect on his name beyond having guns is to have money. So, Reese, I want you to go in your box and get ready to hit the button. Let me know when you're ready so we can do it because I'm ready to ask. I'm really trying to find out the answer to this one today. So go ahead and hit it for me.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Reese, how much money do we need to make people uncomfortable? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. How much money do we need to make people uncomfortable? And when I say that, I mean politically uncomfortable. Riis, do you know? Not do you know? Most black elected officials do not have $100,000 in their political account. And like, it's funny to me because I hear people talk about, these aldermen, they be taking all the money and and they just Riis, they don't really have very large political funds. And so part of the reason that they are often so compliant with either white folks or with the mayor is because usually those people have more money and the ability to influence elections by the sheer amount of money that they're willing to put into a race. So oftentimes when an elected official is in opposition of a wealthy person, the wealthy person doesn't pay the elected official. The wealthy person threatens to finance the opponent. And so what John Catanzara is saying is that if we have $2.5 million to spend on the aldermanic races, we will have virtually more money than a majority of the Black Caucus members individually. I don't know if you saw that the Black Caucus also launched a PAC because they're going to be under full-on assault between the Latinos and the blacks. But here's what's even crazier, Riis. The Latinos in the remap process have built up their money. They've built up wealthy donors. They've made Latino businesses wealthy. And they, over the course of time, as the Latino businesses make money, have kicked into their political campaigns, have participated in their foundations, have been helping them build a war chest. Now enter John Catanzara, who says that he's going to raise $2.5 million. Riis, if he wanted to go against all 50 wards, he would have $50,000 per ward. But if he was only going after a majority, which is 26, he could spend up to $96,000 per ward. Now, if he cuts that in a quarter, right, he could spend almost $200,000 per ward. And $200,000 can definitely win an aldermanic race in an underfunded race. So the social media question of the day is, how much money do we need to make people uncomfortable? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Remember, Riis, when I said the other day, do black people have anything besides their besides their bodies to throw against a problem?
Yeah, I remember.
My point is, because there is a lack of money that circulates in our community, the only thing that we have to impact a problem or an issue is our physical bodies. If you look here, the police, Riis, who carry guns, are not going to use their physical power. They are going to use their economic power to attempt to affect change. The fact that they have $2.5 million, Riis, they will have $2.5 million. They don't even have to spend it. They just have to have the threat of spending it. You ever wonder, Riis, how somebody can stick up a whole bank with 200 people and they only got one gun? Because once you have the threat of killing someone, who wants to be the person that walks up? Who want to be the 6 people that take the bullets before the rest of them go? And so what I want you to see right here is that even the police, who have the biggest threat of physical violence at their disposal, do not start with their bodies. They do not start with their physical presence. Now, they combine their physical presence, but what they say is, if we want change, if we want you to listen to us, you got to start thinking, what are the two things I tell you politicians care about? How you can help them or how you can hurt them. I would argue that the politicians have figured out how to deal with the physical threat. If they deem the threat to be too much, then guess what they do, Riis? They call the police. And they take the physical threat out of the universe. That's why they have a law that says you cannot physically harm or touch a elected official. So for as much as everybody gets all up in arms, if you put your hands on one of them, they will, Riis, lock you up. And then because they have the judicial system, what will they do, Riis? Talk to their colleague at the Democratic and get your ass locked up. And for all of your physical threat, it is now in a contained control environment. Does that make sense at all? Even to the police. Really good sense. Even to the police who have the ultimate threat of violence, recognize that that is not their first resort, that is their last resort. It exists. They wear their guns when they come to the stuff so that you know they have the capability, but they don't pull them. So what they are suggesting is, if we build a $2.5 million war chest, we've already got all of the white caucus behind us. Right? So now what we need to do is all we have to do now is figure out who are the softest targets and threaten them with the fact that we will identify, run a candidate, and finance the campaign against you. So now, before you vote against a police, before you vote to defund the police, you now are thinking, right now, from now until the election day, every every elected official who opposes the police has to take in consideration that they could draw themselves a primary opponent that has a $100,000 kitty to start with. Does that make sense to people? So my question to you is, how much money does it take to get the attention of the elected officials that we want? Because I would argue that name calling, that protesting has all found a place that they now know how to navigate. People have been screaming at them for years, coming in their offices, threats, intimidations, etc. All of that has not been successful. The thing that people respect is money. You know, I'm going to tell you a quick story. When we started the What's in It for the Black People Political Action Committee 4 years ago, we filed and we registered it at the Board of Elections. And we put $5,000 in the account. And millionaires across the entire political atmosphere started rumbling and being nervous and creating a whole nother wave because they were concerned that Mays Jackson was starting a black PAC that could potentially fund and finance black candidates who were not loyal to them. Now, here I am with $5,000 that we done scraped up and raised at our little fundraiser. And all white folks could do was imagine what happens if they decide to put their money where their mouth is. And I kid you not, billionaires started to scramble to figure out what they could do to prevent little old what's in it for the black people from trying to liberate black folks. I would tell you that the reason that when I was in the heat of the of Madigan and all of those guys coming against me, it wasn't because I was special, as much as I'd like to think that. It wasn't because I was smart, as Riis told me yesterday. It was because they were concerned that if we had access to money and saw that the access to money would allow us to be able to win our own races, that more black people might start, more black politicians might start to emphasize fundraising and no longer being dependent on the party. So they was like, man, if this dude can show these people how using money can allow them to be free, we can't let that happen. And so I got to ask you, give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. How much money do we have to get the attention of black elected officials? Like, how much money do you think? Like, I'm going to tell you what. If somebody woke up in the morning and said that the black people in Chicago got together and put together $2.5 million for this next election cycle, do you realize how far we can make $2.5 million go? But the challenge is, and here's the thing, because we have descended into a mercenary political existence, we don't have a collective political goal that we all would get behind and use our people power. So you need money power. See, I believe in the premise of people power. I believe in the premise of people power, but we haven't gotten our collective unity together to be able to say what we want. And so I want to know, how much money do you think it takes for black people to get the attention of black elected officials? I would argue that if black people knew that there was $2.5 million that could potentially work against them, I'd argue that a $2.5 million political fund that black people have in control and is focused towards electing our own black elected officials that will listen and be responsive to us, is more of a threat than anything physical we could do. See, I think sometimes we don't recognize that all we got is our bodies. So when you go to a black elected official and threaten him with his body, I mean, he in the same bucket as you, fam. This all I got. And this job. So my question becomes, how much money do you believe it would take to get your elected officials to listen to you? I'm going to tell you it's at least $100,000 per ward or township. And I think if you could raise $100,000 per ward or township that you were in, you would start with a head start over almost every elected official that represents you. And oftentimes, because we have such little money available or access to, what winds up happening is our elected officials go cheap. Freylana, I love the brick. But they plan for it. They can plan for it. They can always pay. Somebody will always replace the window. But if we replace the elected official with the own person, then it's not, we don't got to throw a brick through the window because it's our office. And I think that's the whole thing. When we say we just gonna, like, you can only say psych so many times. Right? You can only threaten some people so much until they realize either you gonna do it or you ain't. And then once they realize that you ain't, then you become innocuous. And quite frankly, they will bait you to do it so that you can be gone for good. Which is why people walk a fine line. And instead of walking a fine line, could you imagine if you turn on the TV and you look at a cable ad and it's saying, you paid for by the black people who you ain't been representing. See, again, we know physical. That could be because we don't have access to capital or because it's not as important to us. It's not where we're going to allocate our funds to. But be clear, the reason that they put the $2.5 million in isn't because they can beat everybody, but who wants to be the one person that is going to get beat? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, y'all, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back after this. Did y'all see the mayor is now trying to play in the CTU elections? I think we got a lot in store. Plus, I don't know if you saw, she got into it with our Attorney General, Kwame Raoul. So we're going to talk about it all. Plus, Bally's got a Negro deal for us. They say you could buy in the casino, but they could take their money back when they want to. We're going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
To the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed us all. In the mirror, realize you great. Yeah, we We always argue with our brothers, but ain't nobody gonna take our place. Just stay in tune and stay on top about who forward, about who not. Just green light, all the black economy. Then watch all the shooting don't stop. To my black people in power, just remember we put you in power. If you really wanna save all the black princesses, be Mario and I Bowser. They gave us a hard job. We gon' make it if we do it together. Divide and before, we gotta evolve. With confidence, you are ready before you started. With no confidence in the people, we always gon' be defeated.
What's in it for me? What's in it for you? Who's telling the lies? Who's telling the truth? Black people realize the sun shines for you. So stop the divide. See what melanin do. What's in it for the black people? All the lies we heard before. You gotta do more than listen. Some action with on a count of three. Let's run. We're black people.
I love being black.
We can grow.
I love being black. Me say it.
Black people.
I love being black. I said
We can grow.
I love being black.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis to rule on the ones and twos. And yes, it is What's in It for the Black People. All the lies we heard before. It's time to pay attention. You gotta do more than listen. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for the Mace Jackson version. Shout out to Young Sage. Remy Steele. Shout out to Loch Ness Monster. Shout out to Carrie K. Steele. I'm going to have to charge Carrie for this. I'm looking at this screen, man. I'm thinking like, man, I'm going to have to charge for that. You got the QR code. You got the Carrie Steele for Cook County Assessor going on. Shout out to my dude, Dr. Willie Wilson. Dr. Willie Wilson. Man, that brother... Dr. Wilson, I'll be like, man, how much money are you going to give these people? Can I invest that for you, please?
You know, I know, man. You know, I get this money away to anybody, man. You know, this money ain't mine.
I'm tired of white people telling me what to do with my money.
What to do with my money.
Hey,
that's exactly what he said, too. But,
hey.
You know, this is my money. You don't say what to do with my money, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to Dr. Wilson, man.
So smooth, man.
Yep. Shout out to Vince, but he be like a rock star. Shout out to Vince Bass. Shout out to everybody doing their thug thistle. Shout out to my beautiful, lovely wife, who is on the grind. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I just want to know, how much money does it cost to get somebody's attention? To get the black elected officials' attention, give us a call, 872-259-7474. I'm not hating on y'all for throwing body parts at issues, but I just need for y'all to understand that they have figured that out, right? They figured that out. See, with $2.5 million, you can fund mail campaigns, you can fund TV commercials, you can fund people to go out to work precincts. Again, I think I just need for y'all to be clear that they have figured out the physical strategy and the concept of the physicality that we like to, like I feel like black people feel like I'm going to intimidate my way through this. Man, we finna roll up on dude. And yeah, he ain't going to come out the office, or yeah, you going to punk him in the office, and then you know what he going to do? He gonna be like, I'm gonna take my driver, I'm gonna go out the back door, and y'all gonna be protesting at the front door, and then I'm gonna be like, yo. But imagine you can't escape TV. You can't escape radio. You can't escape billboards. You can't escape precinct captains working in your neighborhood, Riis. You can't. You just can't. And I really, some days, I wish politics wasn't so accessible. Because I then feel like everybody gets to get a piece and a part without necessary. Like, does it make sense to figure out how you can cause the most pain? And causing the most pain is generally not physical, Riis. It's like, because the physical pain that you cause is temporary. And then you wake up, Riis, and you find out that you caused pain for a short amount of time, and then they make you pay for it forever. Does that? I don't know if I can get that across, which is why I think you see people raise political action committees and try to raise and make money to be able to affect the change that they want. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. John Catanzara says he's putting $2.5 million up. You gonna learn today. Riis, what we got on the phone line? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, how much money we need? Hey, who there?
This is Uncle Rosie.
Uncle Rosie, what's going on, man? I hope I see you this weekend. But in the meantime, tell me. Go ahead. You talk to me, brother.
Okay. Well, you know what, Maze? Gee whiz. I keep telling you you're supernatural because what you're doing is telling a truth. I mean, the power of truth. All my life, I've been waiting for what will it take to create the mucus, the binding stuff that will bring us out of our state of affairs. And man, you're the closest thing I've seen to it. But let's go back to one of the considerations. And by the way, before I go again, I told you about Thunder Thoughts. And everybody's going to remember they first heard it on Maze Jackson Show.
Yeah,
let me show you why.
You have to record those Thunder Thoughts, and we're going to have to play them on our show, on the station.
Oh, it sounds great. But watch this now. You see, there's the issue of love and fear versus money and position and pride. Now, I don't advocate physical violence towards anyone on the issue of self-defense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But until we are dealing with concepts and ideas, and that's what's governing our leaders, the misconception of the application of those kind of tools we have. So you know what? Here's the mantra we'll use today. The Egyptians raised pyramids, but our generation will raise the human consciousness. Now, if a man builds a pyramid, how much more can it do? And what it's been preparing to do since the pyramids was built. You see, it's out of a concept, the mindset. In the beginning was the word, and then we had sentences and so forth and so on. So watch this. Intention. You see, it was the strength is in the beauty is in the intention, not necessarily the act. It's the intention, the purification of the generation of ideas comes from the intention. Maze, brother, just Lord is with you. Okay, and I'll be talking to you from time and time again, but man, keep it up. You are the flame. I'm just, from time to time, I throw a little wood on it. I'm the wood. Love you.
Love you back. Love you back, Uncle Rosie. I appreciate you, man. My intentions are good, but please don't let them be misunderstood. Ain't that how it go? I think the reality is we've become okay with the, you know how when you say to yourself when you don't think you can win, I'm not going to win, but at least I'm going to let them know that I was there. I feel like that's our fallback position, which is I'm sure I'm not going to have a full outcome the way that I want to, but at least I'm going to let that mug know he got a black eye. We've got to get to a point. Do y'all understand that we have been marching since at least the civil rights era? Do you understand that our strategy has not changed? We have not mustered the collect. We talk about how come we keep re-electing the same elected officials that vote against us, because we haven't invested in our freedom. I know this sounds really crazy, but you think about your level of political, how much you rely on politics or government, and then you think about your investment in it. Then I want you to think about how much you spend for a pair of shoes. So you spend more on your shoes to walk on busted sidewalks. Does that make sense? So I have a very difficult time getting people to invest politically that rely on politics. And whether it's the investment of time or money, see, because during election time, nobody cares about who's standing out in front of their office unless the media is covering it. If the media don't tell the story, nobody cares that we was out there. But if you can turn that into a television spot that then runs ad nauseum during the Bulls championship run on TNT, and the alderman or the whoever you want looks on TV and they see themselves splashed all over the NBA finals while we there watching the Bulls, they think about you differently. And the challenge becomes that often physical is not the sacrifice that makes the most difference. And if you think physical does make the difference, then why didn't we get justice for Trayvon? Right? When have you gotten justice for your body? It is when you can economically impact the people or cause them threat that they will not even have the vote. When is the last time you saw a television or radio spot written by for black people, self-interest? When during the election, who are you waiting on to talk about what's happening for black people? You waiting for the white consultants to say this is the issue? I know. You waiting for the Republican black nominee to talk about the slavery stuff. Like, think about what we get in the election cycle. All of our story, all of our issues, we're relying on somebody who's been complicit in it to talk about it. So let me ask you a question. Who's going to ask J.B. Pritzker about cannabis in this election cycle? See, right now, if it's me and I'm all of the black cannabis people who got played, I'm running TV commercials. Oh, my bad. TV commercials cost money. Can you imagine the TV spot that asks, where's the green? JB, where's our green? You can't even finance getting your message to be heard, and you are relying on the people who are complicit to tell the story. Well, they not going to talk. Do you think anybody black wants to talk about cannabis during this election cycle? No, because then they'll be implicated in it. Now, can you imagine, though, if all the black cannabis owners got together and said, we demand answers? I think it costs too much, Riis. I think we want to talk about the liberation, but I don't think we really want the sacrifice that it comes with, because that ain't convenient. Think about it. Who do you expect to talk about black issues this election cycle if the people that are that voted on the stuff are actually running? And then let me ask a question. How do you think the person that is going to speak about it is going to get their voice heard? Oh, I know. Maze is going to come on the Maze Jackson show, and he's going to talk about it, and that's going to be it. How does the person that is willing to talk about it get heard? Because can I tell you something? In this election cycle, Riis, I would tell you that there is nobody black that is going to tell you about any black issues, because if they tell you about any black issues, Riis, they're going to have to tell you what they did about it. So guess what they will do? Be quiet. Who's going to talk about cannabis this go round? Tell me. Because we all happy about it, right? Who's going to talk about gaming? Who's going to talk about, how we doing contract-wise? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Anybody on that line, Riis? They don't want none of that. Because everybody got to go buy their TV this weekend.
It is, but I don't think it's about that. Somebody called it. It says that they auto-screen 3 Black History facts.
Hey, guess what? You know what? If somebody is ready with their Black History facts right now, I'll take them.
All right.
You ready for the Black History facts? We'll take them. Now, if you got 3 Black History facts, because we was going to do it at 7:30, but if you got 3 Black History facts, let's make Antonio work today. So if you got 3 Black History facts, you get them. We're going to give you a family 4-pack to the Monster Jam. Caller, who's there? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's that?
Demaria.
Amaria?
Demaria. I think that's my baby.
Demaria.
Demaria. Oh, hey, Demaria. Uh-oh. Is this DJ Riis the Ruler's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Demaria. Well, we are super excited to hear from you today. Thank you for calling us. You got 3 Black History Month facts?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. Can you tell me, give them to me, because we're going to make your daddy take you to the Monster Jam. Tell me those 3 Black History facts.
My first one is that Rosa Parks wasn't actually the first woman to give up her seat. And my second one was that it was actually Claudette Colvin who gave up her seat, but they never talked about her because she was 15 and pregnant. And my third fact is that John Langston was the first black man to become a lawyer.
Riis, where's the applause, man? Turn on the applause. Don't nobody want to hear you. We want to tell Demaria thank you. Turn them up. I am so proud of you. Thank you so much for calling in. Man, where did you learn those Black History Month facts?
At my school. I learned the Rosa Parks one at my school.
You learned them at school? What school do you go? Tell me what school you go to.
to college again? Oh, Forest Park Middle School.
Okay, and give a shout out to all your classmates and your teachers and tell them that you just won tickets to go see the Monster Jam.
Okay.
You got to shout your friends out, baby. Say
Give
hey
them a
to your
shout
friends.
out.
Say hey to your friends in your school.
Oh.
She like
Hi.
She like, you know what? Thank you so much for calling. You just made my day. And you getting some tickets. And just because you did such a good job, I'm going to add a little something extra to it. So thank you so much for calling us today with your Black History Month facts. And you should go on YouTube and look because all the people are excited and they showing you much love. Thank you for calling us today.
I love you, baby. Get to school on time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Say that again. You ain't hang up on Riis. You quick. Hey man, hey Riis, don't make me come back. Don't make me come back there. Dog. Don't make me come back there, dog.
You wanna know what's so bad? The honest to God truth. So my daughter picked a number, so I really don't even know about heart. I know that's. So I didn't even recognize the number actually until she said something. So I'm like, you say 3 Black History facts because like her number start with like 331. It's like that little crazy area code.
Right.
So I'm looking like I don't even know who this is.
That was dope, man. That was dope.
And I ain't even know.
So we gonna make sure y'all get the hookup. You better text Aunt Neil the information so you can get some tickets to the Monster Jam. How about them 3 Black History Month facts? That is what I'm talking about. See, now she done got me off my square. Because I want to know how much money y'all putting on. Think about this. People be like, I don't do politics, and then you get done by politics.
But those would be the ones that say I don't do politics. Since they know you don't do politics, now you know.
They gonna do you.
I can get you now. I could just tell you anything now.
Or I ain't got to, or better yet, I ain't got to tell you nothing.
That's even worse. You gonna tell me nothing and still get over on me? Oh no, man.
I'm just gonna ask you, man. How much money does it take? See, Riis, I feel like Black people need to have at least $1 million ready to point the gun at politicians who don't do what we say. Could you imagine ECCSC showing up, but instead of showing up, they pull up the whole squad, but they hand off a letter that says, here's our endorsement questionnaire. And guess what? You see all these people right here? We all put in $1,000 to our $1 million fund, and if you don't respond to our questionnaire and come with answers, you're going to turn on the TV and see yourself. And it ain't going to be, and that delivery becomes the TV spot. Because ECCSC is now delivering the questionnaire to all of the Black elected officials that if they don't answer, they will be getting hit by the Black Pack. See how that work? Because if they know ECCSC is coming, guess what the alderman doing? Holla! I'm out of here. Then we got this whole big old hullabaloo. And no, don't trip, because I'm saying our brothers have the ability to provide the physical wherewithal, and I have no doubt of what their capabilities are. But to me, their brains on the street, organizing, mobilizing, while we got the economy to back up what we say. Riis, I think we got to get our money up. And I know Black people don't trust Black people with money. That's why I'll never ask for none. But I'm just telling you, the physical threat, they know how to avoid that. When you can pay for it, when you can make it rain, that's when they get nervous. White guys don't even have to give them nothing but $100 because they scared that they gonna use the million to get them. And the 100 just say, you ain't on the list. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:33 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is now 35 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 23. While on the Edens, Deerfield to Exchange, 40 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 29. On the Eisenhower is 40 minutes. Thorndale to the Loop and 49 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is now 41 minutes. Outbound is still 34. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 37 minutes, 27 minutes to I-80. Or the Dan Ryan has went up 2 minutes, so it's 19 minutes to the Loop, but still 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson will be 9 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7. On the north side of things, it will both be 9 minutes in both directions. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently still 39 and cloudy. Today will be a beautiful high of 43 and a low of 23. I'm Riis the Ruler. Here's So Good here on the Maze Jackson Show.
I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, but not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done. When you put your grown on. It's something about you. When you put your grown on. Oh, when you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more. Why you gotta look so good?
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. It is Friday, February 11th. Super Bowl weekend. I'm ready, man. I'm chips and dip. Hey, man, Riis, if I had chips and dip, you think I can get some of the Lions Den to come check out the what's going on? We got a little, you dig? Is that the cut out? Is it my headphones or is it the mic? Anyway, I probably might just be my headphones. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I think I want to have some chips and dip and watch the Super Bowl. If you are having a Super Bowl shindig get together, can you do me a solid? I don't know if you all have signed up. Can you all go to Carrie K. Steele for Assessor? Carrie Steele for Assessor.com and register for the updates. If you are having a Super Bowl party this weekend or a Super Bowl get together at your house, is it possible you could pick up a sheet? Like take a sheet with your friends and get everybody to sign. And if you got 10 people over, 20 people over, it's 10 people to a sheet. Every little bit helps. Right? Every little bit helps. If you got the email, they are asking everybody who is having a Super Bowl shindig this weekend, stop by, get a petition or two, and circulate it at the party. If you are a part of an organization and you want to help my beautiful, lovely wife get on the ballot, we need you to circulate petitions. Thank you. Riis, I don't know if you saw the story in the Sun-Times today. The name Lisa Schneider-Fabes sound familiar? Lisa Schneider-Fabes should sound familiar because I don't know if you all remember when Mayor Lori Lightfoot first transitioned into the mayor's office, she hired a consultant, this Lisa Schneider-Fabes, who managed the transition and had like a special title in the mayor's office where she just got to do everything and move around, and it was like everybody do what she say. You know, like the boss behind the boss. Like you don't see the mayor, but you see her. And you know that that's the mayor speaking. Well, she got ran out of City Hall because the mayor seems to have a residency requirement issue. And that's part of that is, so she got ran out of City Hall because she lived in Wilmette, but worked at City Hall. You know, to work at City Hall, you got to live in the city. So the mayor lost quite a few people in that space. But this Lisa Schneider-Fabes lives in Wilmette, where she's a member of the school board. But apparently, Riis, she has decided to involve herself in the Chicago Teachers Union elections. Now, Riis, let me ask you a question. Callers, give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. Why would a rich white woman who is on the Wilmette School Board be spending money to affect the Chicago Teachers Union election? Let me pose that to you again. Why would the mayor's former transition chief, white woman from Wilmette, who's on the Wilmette School Board, be investing in the election of the Chicago Teachers Union? So, Riis, she live in Wilmette. Rich white people, right, kids, and she's on their school board. Why is she investing in fighting the current leadership of the Chicago Teachers Union? She has been identified as the funder of a social media campaign by Teachers United, who is essentially the opposition to Stacey Davis Gates. Now, you saw last week Jesse Sharkey decided that he was not going to run for president of CTU, thus making way for Stacey Davis Gates to lead the largest political force in the state, in the city, CTU. Now, there was some rumor that Stacey Davis Gates might be running for mayor, but then that may have changed up a little bit last week because now it appears as though Jesse Sharkey may be preparing to run and Stacey Davis Gates taking over as the head of CTU, leading the army that will propel him forward. I look at him as the anti-Arnie, right? White man, Arnie is, y'all, everybody, black people love Arnie because he got the jump shot, the whole, you dig, right? He grew up in, he was at the park and hanging out and playing basketball, all of that. Well, Jesse Sharkey got his own black street cred because he got all the black women from the CTU. But Riis, I think more importantly here, we need to understand what is happening. What is happening is the mayor's allies are now starting to wage guerrilla warfare throughout the city of Chicago against the institutions that may be planning to oppose her. And ripe for this experiment is the Chicago Teachers Union, which just recently had a very divided vote on how they should proceed on the school closings and returning during the Omicron outbreak. So looking to exploit that, the mayor sends one of her suburban I'm going to tell you how I think this goes. I'm not going to tell you. So apparently, let me back up. Here's how the story goes in the paper. The story in the paper goes, Lisa Schneider-Fabes, who was the former transition chief for Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who got ran out after the inspector general alleged that she did not live in Chicago, but that lived in Wilmette. She left the mayor's administration. She resigned. Riis, does this sounds familiar? Because this is the same thing that happened to the mayor's chief legal counsel, right? Mark Fleissner. Remember, he was the chief legal counsel, and then he got in trouble for he initially got in trouble for saying he didn't live in Chicago. Then it was the fighting of the Anjanette Young case that got him in trouble. But remember, the mayor told him, take the walk and I'll look out for you. And then she met him in the park and he was like, I need my money, and she didn't hook him up. Sort of same story. The mayor has this network of wealthy white people from the suburbs who work at these major law firms, right? That come in, they commute to the city, they do their work, and then they jump in their cars and they go to their wealthy suburbs. And a lot of them, Riis, have second homes, right? So like if you're a Wilmette multimillionaire, what you do is you work downtown, you get you an apartment downtown.
Right.
And you got your home out in the suburbs. But if you downtown and you work late, you got a set of clothes, you can change, you stay downtown and you go to. That's what the wealthy people do, right?
You just need a Chicago address.
Right.
So, yeah, my brother did that even, because he had to have a Chicago. So he still had a building there that he owned. So he just said it was his.
And then he could say that. But then so essentially that is the mayor's friends. When the mayor won, she was plugged with all the white people. And they was like, yes, our girl won. And she started putting people in, but they started catching, as she started making enemies, people was like, hold on, cuz. You don't live in Chicago. And so people started exposing them. Well, Riis, essentially, Lisa Schneider-Fabes, just because you have to walk the plank doesn't mean you're not still in good. I'd love to see what kind of law work she does and what she's billing the city. But to further emphasize the point that she wasn't a Chicagoan at the time, Riis, this happened less than 3 years ago, and she's on the school board in Wilmette. How can you be the transition officer and within 3 years be elected to the school board in Wilmette unless you was already out there, right? Well, apparently Lisa Schneider-Fabes funded a social media campaign targeting Chicago teachers against the actual union against Stacey Davis Gates' crew. So there's CORE, and then there's Chicago. There's Teachers United. Now, I don't have a horse in the race, but what I do think is oftentimes one of the no-nos that I know of unions is outside people trying to influence inside union business. Does that make sense? Like if you're part of the CTU and y'all gonna have an election, that is amongst the CTU members. Well, the mayor, sensing that there was some issue in CTU, deployed one of her minions to start to help the opposition with the goal of what? Ousting Stacey Davis Gates in advance of the next upcoming election, because if she can oust Stacey Davis Gates, then guess what, Riis? She eliminates her biggest opponent in the upcoming election cycle. Does that make sense at all to y'all? So the mayor sees that there's a fight, but the mayor can't do it herself. So she hires her friend and says, hey, this is how it works this is Riis, this is a practice, this is dark arts action. It would be like this. Hey, Maze, there's an election over there, and we don't want such and such to win. I need you to go help. Now, you can't, and it's like the Mission Impossible. You know how they say, now, if you choose to accept this mission, I will deny that we ever knew you, blah, 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 blah. So Lisa, though, goes over and starts running social media, probably starts financing. I wouldn't be surprised. I would want to know, where does all of the financing for the campaign work, the commercials, the videos, all of that. You know what it requires, Riis? What I was just telling y'all about money. The mayor wants change, So she has to deploy her people to finance the mayor's fight with CTU is not going to be physical. It is going to be the deployment of resources to defeat your opposition through the acceptable tools of elections. So the mayor is now working to unseat Stacey Davis Gates in an effort to head off or to compromise her biggest opponent in the upcoming election. Are y'all seeing how this is unfolding? So now the Lisa Schneider Fabes, Riis goes and runs an ad campaign on social media and kind of tries to hide her tracks. But CTU saying to themselves, who in the hell is this running these ads, decides to do some what we call opposition research and figures out who is actually running the ad campaign. And they identify this Lisa Schneider Fabes, who is now caught and called foul because why you white woman from Wilmette interfering in a CTU election unless you are doing it on behalf of the mayor? Because Riis, why does a white woman from Wilmette care about CTU elections? So essentially she gets tied back to the mayor, which then makes everybody say, oh, so you over here running candidates in our union against us that we are in right now, and your girl got caught. Now, the Lisa Schneider Fabes, then Riis denies all knowledge of the mayor or any connection to the mayor. And she says, oh, well, I support Teachers United. And I'm doing it as an independent citizen. Why, Riis, does an independent citizen from Wilmette care about what is happening in the Chicago Teachers Union? Now, the last time white people from Wilmette cared about what happened in CPS, we got the charter school movement. And it was rich white people from other places taking advantage of the resources that the federal government in the goal of saying we're going to save these kids. But help me understand again, why does a white woman from the suburbs invest unless she's doing it at the behest of the mayor? Now, I'm not a fan of socialism. But hey, Riis, if we having a vote at what's in it for the black people, and the mayor start running social media ads and has our people start doing it, guess what it's going to do? It's going to make us be like, hold on. We ain't that far gone yet. I'm going to tell you, this stinks of Republican. I got to tell y'all, I will still maintain that in spite of everything that we know or that we've seen and her claims, Mayor Lightfoot was brought to prominence by Republicans. Period. And I think even when you look at who she chose to be the czar that we have heard nothing of because she has to downplay it now. If you recall, she chose Sam Skinner, who was George Bush's chief of staff, to run the city and lead us out of this situation. And in my estimation, she is a union buster, and this is one of the tactics, and she got caught. I think the Biden, anyway. So, Riis, I don't understand why a white woman from Wilmette gets involved in the Chicago Teachers Union.
You know she was sent there, man.
Well, she said that the mayor, she was doing it on her own, and that she had nothing to do with the mayor, even though that is the mayor's biggest enemy.
And we put an interview about the mayor talking about some, she noticed, I know that, don't the mayor be.
Oh, you talking about the engineer? I know that, Judge.
Yeah, but like, haven't we, caught the mayor? And that's what you're supposed to say, man. If you send me somewhere to like do something, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Mayor Jackson sent me. I'm gonna be like, oh no, I didn't have any clue. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? And you
see, Reese, you starting to pick up on this stuff.
Amazing. You just tell me to do that. No, I care about Chicago. I care about the city. I'm supposed to do that. And when I take my L's, I'm supposed to be like, hey, I.
Well, that's remember, but remember right. The mayor. But you remember the mayor. Remember the lawyer did that. He's like, I took the L on this engineer Young, and remember she met him in the park, and she was like, you gotta wait, dog. Remember, he was like, I got my papers. Look, I took my L. Don't forget to give me my law work. I need this $365 an hour. And she said, in the park. Remember, they met in the park. She was like, Mark, you gotta wait.
So yeah, I mean that's what she. But I mean that's the.
She's so sloppy. She is so sloppy. Beyond sloppy, Reese.
It's always deeper, man. You see, like you trying to say, she's so head on for that. That's because she was sent there,
Right. Hold on. Man, Reese, I'm telling you. And then did you see yesterday the mayor got exposed on her emails to Kwame Raoul? Hey, man, this mayor be tripping. She told Kwame Raoul, do you really want a public flight with me? I now know the terms of engagement. Basically, Kwame Raoul, not Kwame Raoul, but one of his staff members called the mayor out on the fact that she had not been implementing the consent decree, which was mandated by the federal government after Laquan McDonald. And one of Kwame Raoul's, Attorney General Kwame Raoul's attorneys in a hearing said that the city of Chicago was dragging its feet on implementing the consent decree, and said the buck doesn't stop with CPD, it stops with the mayor's office. And the mayor got highly offended. Highly, highly, highly offended. And when she got highly offended, Reese, she sent what part of this she don't understand? You don't put it in writing. I really feel like I need to read to you what she said to him in the text. As a matter of fact, I am going to do it. But she basically said, you want a piece of me? She said, you do not want it with me, Kwame Raoul. And she said, but now that you done stepped out here, I'm going to show you the terms of engagement. Reese, I just think that the mayor does not know how to deal with people. I do not. Reese, why does the mayor seem to be so disrespectful of everybody? Like, is there anybody, let me back up. Is there anybody that the mayor likes that we figured out? Or is there anybody that gets along with the mayor politically? By the way, she did do a press conference with Kim Fox. But tell me about this mayor and why is it so hard for her to get along with everybody? She blamed Kwame Raoul for her lack of progress on comprehensive police reform. And what is with her issuing threats to people? Does the mayor have the ability? Is anybody scared of the mayor? What ability does she have to enforce a threat? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, give us a call, 872-259-7474. What's up, Reese? What's up, caller?
Good morning, Maison and Reese the Ruler. My name is Ebony, and I want to respond regarding the woman from Wilmette. It's a bigger picture. You've trained me well, and I've just been watching some things happen. There is a big movement of people, as far as infiltrating school boards in order to control the narrative of what is being taught. Even with the CTU, I want to say as a Hispanic woman, forgive me for not knowing the name, there is a lot of big money that has been put into, I'm doing air quotes, parent groups. And they were very vocal, if you saw, when there was the work action. So there's big money behind it. And you saw that small fixture or crack with the teachers union just as recently as last month. So you said she was on the school board. Certain red flags began to go off. There are people that are trying to counteract this movement of censoring and, not making white children feel bad and removing books that are by Black authors. All of that is tied in together. So you say, what does she have to do with the CTU? That's it right there. Controlling the narrative. It's one of the largest unions. And a lot of other, if you watch a lot of other teachers unions around the country that do not have any power, they look to CTU because it has that muscle. If you can take down CTU, you're going to be good. So that's why the money is there. They're working on one end with the parent group. Big money is behind it. And again, she's a Hispanic woman, but these groups, and it's tied in even with the bomb threats to the Black schools. They're trying to control what is being. So the mayor, she has a Napoleonic complex. That's why she's fighting with everybody and does what she does. But watch these people from Wilmette, have nothing to do with the city. You don't care about the city, but we do not want you to control what is being taught to the kids. Thank you and have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you, I'm always curious when white folks from the suburbs start investing in what's going on in Black neighborhoods. You got to be concerned. You got to help me understand, why is a white woman from Wilmette financing a campaign in the Chicago Teachers Union? And why do we trust that? I'm all for CTU having all the fights and all the wars and all of that. But when I see the white woman from Wilmette, who clearly ain't got no kids at CTU, at CPS, investing money, I don't care how big or how little it is. She trying to reach 23,000 people. Why? If it's a call, 872-259-7474. That's it. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Also, what? Oh, say peace. Oh, I got to say peace. Riis saying peace. Peace out to everybody from WBGX 1570 AM. I want to thank you all for tuning in every day, 6:30 to 8. You get here at 6:30 because the sinners get here at 6, and they stay till 9. So if you are interested in continuing the conversation, join us on the Maze Jackson page on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or Facebook Live. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Why the mayor got white women from the suburbs? See, I think you all forgot. I think that y'all have let the Joe Biden national MSNBC help you forget. Do y'all remember day one when the mayor got elected and she was taking pictures with Ivanka Trump? I really don't think y'all remember the fact that she chose George Bush. So in the most crucial time in Chicago's recent history, she chose to make the czar of rebuilding Chicago George Bush's chief of staff. Remember George Bush? He don't like Black people. Oh, the other George Bush, George H.W. Bush, Daddy Bush. Oh, yeah, the guy who financed the crack era against us in the sea. The guy who brought the... Yep. That's who she picked. But y'all forget, and that's what they count on. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to continue that conversation. Plus, we're going to talk about, have you seen this thing they're calling the Black Balancing Act? I was reading an article, and they said that Spotify has to have a tight balancing act in regards to Joe Rogan and his 112 niggas. It's a balancing act. I want to talk about what the hell is a balancing act. Like,
I only say 12, not 112.
That's what I'm going to talk about. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to talk about it more when we come back. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breaching security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. post. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host. On a Friday. Riis, it just don't stop. It just don't stop. Hey, y'all. Mayor Lightfoot. A woman without a country. I like that, Nyla lore. I don't. Hey, man. I'm just going to stop talking about that. All right, y'all. It's named Riis. I was reading in the newspaper. Spotify. They said this the CEO of Spotify has a balancing act to perform. Right? He said he has a balancing act to perform. And I was like, and it was in regards to Joe Rogan. Now, Riis, in case you are not aware, Joe Rogan, the podcaster, the largest podcaster on Spotify, has come under fire a lot for what he said about the vaccine, etc. But more recently, he has come under fire. Oh, because wait, let me back up. Neil Young said he was going to pull his music from Spotify because Joe Rogan gave out negative information regarding COVID and the vaccine. And then you saw a series of artists say that they were going to remove their music from Spotify because of Joe Rogan and his stance on the vaccine. And then India Irie. I am not my hair. India Irie. Came out and said she supported the ban of Joe Rogan, not because of his COVID misinformation, but because of his wanton use of the word nigga. Hard R, because some of y'all, millennials, y'all be like, what did they say it with an A? Because if they was white and they said it with an A, it's different. Millennials. And Riis, then they took them off and they put them back on, and they took them off and they put them back on. And then the CEO said that I'm going to stand by him. And India Irie then said, and then they said, India Irie said, well, it's because he's he used the word nigga. And so it was kind of like they said, well, you're taking it out of context.
Taking that word out of context.
Take it out of context. Well, I'm telling you, y'all millennials don't let this go because y'all be around here talking about Nikolai Vukovic is the greatest or whatever. So y'all be like, the Joker is the best basketball player. And I see Eminem. This is all an Eminem symptom. But it's a whole nother thing. So Riis, they say he took it out of context and they made it like he said it once. So she puts together a clip of 112 instances. 112 instances where he used the word nigger. Hard R. And I feel like he was emboldened because we're in a different time. And so as I'm looking at the coverage of this, today's headline really caught me off guard because they said that Spotify has a balancing act. And all I could think of, Riis, and I know y'all tired of me talking about this, is that Whoopi Goldberg got suspended. Not for using a slur, but for expressing a view that some would say wasn't wrong. She called the Holocaust a crime against humanity. Riis, why is it a balancing act when it's nigga? And it's not even a question. Like I don't even know when I'm allowed to say Jewish. How is and I gotta say like a balancing act. So how much nigga can you say? How much? And at what point does the company pay a price for it? Balancing. So does it mean how much can we offend black people before they get a snapped? How much diss can we I really feel like when white people say we have to walk a balancing act, they really are saying, how long for these Negroes holler? Like when they talk about we have no insult level, Riis. Remember when I said, how do you physically deal with that? We can't beat up the head of Spotify. Right? I feel like we've got to be able to touch people in a different way. I ain't going to say let's boycott Spotify because you're going to be out there looking crazy because Lil Baby and them got to get their streams. But how much balancing that? How many? So how many times can a white person call us name before we respond? Before we take action? How many niggas can you get in?
None.
Because no, that's not true. That's definitely not true. That's definitely not true. Like, I ain't even heard I'm just telling you, I ain't even heard nobody even make a rap about whooping Joe Rogan's ass. And I'm just saying, like, let me just tell you, if that was a black rapper having a beef, I tell you what, it'd be 50 diss tracks and ain't nobody gonna roll up Joe Rogan? Ain't nobody gonna smoke him? Ain't nobody gonna wood him? And I'm just telling you, it makes it permissible. It's just like when that country western singer called us niggas, and then the rappers say he ain't canceled, it's all good. So let me ask a question. This ain't social media. How many niggas can we get called by one white person before something happens? And I'm not talking about from white people. Because white people gonna tell you, oh, he didn't mean it that way. So I'm just asking you, how many niggas will you allow yourself to be called by somebody white?
Still going with none. That's me. I'm still
okay. So how collectively, because you know now everybody gonna have a Joe Rogan shirt on, and when they had a Joe Rogan shirt on, it just mean I get to say I say it when y'all ain't here. That's
cool.
No, it's not. I'm just saying.
When we not here.
But I feel like now if you wearing a Joe Rogan shirt, you might as well be saying it. It's just like now I see these freedom flags, these freedom shirts, and that mean Trump. Well, not Trump, but so I'm asking you, how many niggas do we get called? Like before there's collective outrage, before something happens. I would say you could get called it all your whole life because Dylan Ruth's still walking around. How many? Joe Rogan called it to you in your face 112 times. He wasn't talking to me.
I don't even let that fly.
He don't even talking to me.
I don't even let his parents say it.
What's the pit? They shouldn't say it.
I don't let nobody. You know what I'm saying? I really don't.
How many? But real talk, in real life, how many niggas can he get away with?
None.
Riis.
In my face?
No.
Oh.
I mean, how many? I mean, he did. Well, I mean, how many times can you call us a nigga in public and get away with it before you get canceled?
Somebody got to say something. If we not see.
NDIRE said something. You still Spotify?
I don't Spotify no way.
Tennille, you still got your playlist?
I don't Spotify no way.
Okay. I'm just asking you, how many niggas can you get away with in public? Because you know white people are like, they waiting on your response to see. Because I'm telling you now, with all the fame he done got for it with no black eye, like no black eye, Riis. Like, ain't no rapper gonna get close to him and still on him? Nothing. So don't be tripping when the next one start. It's the Mace Jackson Show. How many niggas can you get called in public before somebody do something? Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. You walk in the balance. What's the balancing act for being black? How many times can we get this publicly before somebody do something? Caller? Hey, caller. You there?
Byron, I'm here.
Byron. Riis, the president of the Riis fan club, Byron, and vice president of the phone club. What's up, Byron? How you feeling today, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, you like socialism?
No, like no damn socialism.
Okay, then fine. People have a freedom to say what you want to say. You have a freedom not to listen to it, right?
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying is that guy is getting $100 million. Spotify need that guy because that guy got another $100 million and say, if Spotify don't want you, we'll take you. What does that say? There's a big demand for that guy. He's got how many million listeners every day? 100 and something million listeners every day?
Because he get to say nigga for free. White people are tuned in because they be like, dang, I wish I could do that.
Man, I told you about this. You got to get out this racism stuff. Stop it. It's not helping us. Who cares? I used to do Richard Pryor when I was in high school as an act, okay? And that word was used so often, I was entrenched in it for over 10 years, okay?
By white people?
I don't want to say the word. I don't care for white people. I call everybody that word. I'm telling you, okay? It took me a long time because I used to do stand-up for Richard Pryor. I used to emulate him, okay? Back in my school days at Bowling High School, okay? So all I'm saying is it's just a word. Get over it. If we use it, they can use it too. Who cares? We have to stop using it. That's it. Everybody got to stop using it. What? You just can't have black folks use it and then white folks they're not going to use it. Look at the baggy pants. They're emulating us with the baggy pants, right? If we stop using it, then they won't be using it. People emulate other people by seeing what they do. You either want socialism or you want freedom. I'm all for freedom, and I can ignore him or I can listen to him. And by the way, I'm just telling you that money, $100 million contract, and somebody else says, if Spotify don't want you, we'll take you. He's got so many listeners every damn day. 11 million listeners every damn day. More than CNN, NBC, and Fox put together. He got more listeners than all of them put together every damn day. And you can get rid of him? You'd be a stupid business person to get rid of him. You find a way out. That's what it did, find a way out. And either I already want to go, let her go. Everybody's on Spotify. But you have to get over this thing about white folks and stuff. We got to concentrate on us. I'm just telling you, we got to concentrate on us. What can we do? What can we better? What can we create a new system for our black folks to put their music on? We got to think about better ourselves. I don't care about white folks. I don't have to like them. But we have to love ourselves and try to advance our people forward. Riis, what do you think about that? He's so silent. I don't know why he's so silent this morning. He said, that body ain't no good this morning.
Until we stop using it, I mean, they going to use it. You know, man, it's in our music, it's in our songs all the time. You know, so, but as you can see, like, he don't say it in our face, though. Like, as long as, you know, but then it all depends. So, I mean, until we stop using it, then they going to use it. But it's a word, like, I agree, but still, though, he can't use it.
All right.
I use the word F for homosexuals. I use the F word all the time for those suckers. I don't believe nothing they do because it's just morally wrong, right? I don't care. They got to censor me. Who cares? It's my word. I use my buddies all the damn time. I can't use it on the air with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I know when to use it, when not to use it. But I use it. I'm free to use it. I want to be free.
And that's what the white people be saying, Byron. They be like, I'm with my friends. When I'm around my friends, I call them. Right. And when they leave, you know, hey, how you doing there, sir? As soon as he leaves, it's right here.
Exactly. Exactly. My man get caught up with his friends, his buddies. You know, they're worried about these white folks. Always worried about white folks shooting people. How about black folks killing people? Nobody cares a damn about black folks killing people. But when a white person do it, they go crazy. It's all about freedom. Lock them out. It's about freedom. You want socialism or you don't want socialism or you want freedom. You got to choose one and two, Maze.
Do Jewish people call each other
Jews?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. That's up to them. That's up to them.
Okay. Dang. Right.
It's all about power. We don't have no power, man. We can't accuse nothing. All we can do is march and holler and scream. That's all we can do. Let's get some power. Let's make some money. That's what it's at. Where the money is at. And you know it, Maze. When you have money, you got power. The teacher union is messing our kids up, and nobody says a damn thing about it. Teaching those kids, 1 out of 4 kids go to a failing school at $25,000 a year, and the Catholic school is doing it for $8. Your kids do not go to public school. I know they would not. You would not either.
I went to
Get them all out of public schools. Huh?
I did go to public school.
In Bolingbrook, right?
Yep. It was public.
And you know what? Bolingbrook had the highest graduation rates back in the day. And you was there with them.
We still are. We the greatest.
That was one of the best schools. That in Nippernville, Bolingbrook and Nippernville were one of the best school districts around. I'm telling you. You know it.
I do. I agree with that. I agree with
but the kids here, they're still failing. Our kids are failing in these public schools. And the teacher union, that's all they want to request, all this nonsense about teaching the 3 R's. We got to teach those kids the 3 R's. All the other stuff got to go. And we need music and science, music and art in our schools to stimulate those minds. We are music people. We love marching bands. We love to draw. We love art. We love to sew. We need all that stuff. All the other stuff got to go about Chinese history. Who cares then? Who cares? History is history. Teach all the damn history.
All right. Thanks, Riis.
I didn't mean to go on the break.
No.
Sorry, Riis. I'm sorry, Riis.
Oh, sorry, Riis. Okay. All right. Don't get. All right.
No. No, because Riis was on my side. I figured he'd be off. I'm off of my side this morning because I was just like, I'm out for freedom. You know what I'm saying? I'm just for freedom.
All right. Thank you, Byron. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I gotta
do the cards.
Yeah, I got them. All right, y'all. It is the Black History Moment. So since I'm gonna do it. We don't start worrying about this Negro Queen of Sheba. No, I'm sorry. All right, y'all. This is the Black History Flashcard number 47, Volume 1, Queen of Sheba, biblical figure, courtesy of urbanintellectuals.com. Queen of Sheba, biblical figure. In Sheba, women played an important role in society and were equal to men in nearly all spheres, with civil, religious, and military rights and duties much like men. Features in Jewish, Muslim, and Christian, particularly Ethiopian Christian traditions. Excuse me. An anachronistic 7th century set piece meant to legitimize the participation of Judah in the lucrative Arab-Arabian trade, the oldest and most important of the South Arabian kingdoms. That is the Queen of Sheba, a biblical figure. Black History Flashcard number 47, Volume 1. Black History Flashcards number 46, Volume 1. Percy Julian, April 11, 1899 to April 19, 1975. Percy Julian was a research chemist and pioneer in the chemical synthesis of medicinal drugs from plants. First to synthesize the natural product physiogymine. Physiostigmine. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what that was. Used to treat glaucoma, and a pioneer in the industrial large-scale chemical synthesis of human hormones. His work led to the foundation of the steroid drug industry for the steroid drug industry's production of cortisone, other corticosteroids, and birth control pills. Started his own company to synthesize steroid intermediates from the wild Mexican yam. Received more than 130 chemical patents. One of the first African Americans to receive a doctorate in chemistry. First African American chemist inducted into the National Academy of Sciences. It is Percy Julian, April 11th, 1899 to April 19th, 1975. Those were our Black History flashcards, courtesy of Urban Intellectuals. Check them out on urbanintellectuals.com. It is, Black History Month. Black History Month facts. I enjoy doing that. All right, Percy Julian. You know what I always be thinking of is the schools, right?
Yeah, like the names, and when you finally hear them, like, oh, okay, that's where it come from. Yeah.
Say that one more time, Riis.
I said, like, when you hear like the names, and you know, like something named after, you be like, oh, okay, that's who the person is.
Right, because I be thinking of Percy Julian. You know what I think of is Matt McGill. Matt McGill was like a superstar, Percy L. Julian, and I be thinking about driving past it on the expressway. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. So how many Negroes can you be called in a week, in a day? How many times can somebody call Negro, say nigga before they get canceled? Because it's Jewish. You ain't even got to say Jewish in this once.
Like I said, I think it all depends, and then it's crazy because, like you said, I guess for us it depends, but for any other race, it'll probably be like immediate cancel. But I guess, like you said, it's because we say it, not we as in everyone, but because, like African Americans use the word, so loosely and everything. It isn't okay for other races to say it, but, it's like, hey, man, if you say it, then it's kind of like in the hip-hop world, like rap, so it almost becomes like a regular word to some people.
All right. So basically we can be called niggas as many times as they want to, basically. All right, y'all. It is the Maze Jackson Show. It's all good. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
This is 513. Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:33 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. Over on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is now 31 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 20. On the Edens, it'll be 40 minutes. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange and 29 minutes outbound. While on the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop will be 36 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 50. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 41 minutes. Outbound is at 34. While the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 37 minutes. 27 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan, 19 minutes to the Loop, 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson will be 8 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7. On the north side of things will be 8 minutes in both directions. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 39 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 43 and a low of 25. I'm Riis the Ruler now. Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people. Hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest sin. We seek it all the glory we can obtain and keep reaching. Keep reaching. I'm painting this picture, I hope you see it. Guess what the theme is? I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Well, how about you? Done sing these tunes too. Customize for you a little something you can groove to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler in the building, and I love being black. No, I really don't now because Riis ruined it for me yesterday. I really did think I was smart.
You are.
Not really. Nah, I'm just black.
You qualify.
Nah, I'm just black. I've been devastated by that. I was actually talking to some people at lunch yesterday, and they was like, actually, a lot of times they hire you just because you're black. I'm not the only person who thought that they were smart, that thought that like you were supposed to be there and you were supposed to actually say something.
Now we'll let you know which issues, but yeah, you know.
Can you tell your black friends that we treat you good? I mean, we let you talk once when the black people are here. You know, now we don't really need your opinion when the white people convene.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a prime example. You remember when you had the dudes from O Block here, and they bought that one black young lady. Mm-hmm. Remember how when it was only black issues that came around, what she do? Pull that mic close to her answer, and then when it was daytime, they talk. When it was anything about O Block or something, I'm from that community. I know. And then when she was done, It was daytime to talk. You see, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, but I think she got hired for that. I'm not saying, but I'm saying me. I'm saying I can't speak for that. I'm saying me. Maze Jackson, I used to think I was smart.
You are.
And then I would go to these rooms and they would be like, why? I mean, that makes sense, but why is he saying it? Like, you're not supposed to really talk. So yeah, I've come to realize that I'm just black.
You're highly intelligent. Just do know that. But your color sometimes.
But my color means that my opinion should not matter.
Nah, you know.
Not it shouldn't matter, but I should know when I should know when to expect someone to take it.
Just the world today, how it is, man. You know, just.
Mace Jackson.
But if you want smart, then you want to be in that. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It puts you in the conversation. Just sometimes, you know, people do look for a black face, man. That's it. Like, it's not that you're not qualified for it, but you just got every qualification that we need. You know, that's if it didn't matter why is race on the application. Like, if it didn't matter,
race ain't on the application nowadays though. And if I put my name down, they be like, "Oh, he black." Oh, I'm just hurt. I really, like, you devastated me yesterday.
He said, I really thought I was out this.
I really thought I was, but you did answer a lot of questions too, because I used to wonder, why is it, this happens to both me and Tennille, really. It's like, we could be as professional, and then if I try to treat it professionally, like, so, here's the thing. If I treat white people professionally, then they think I'm an uppity nigga. Like as if I could have an opinion. Like as if I don't know what data is. Like as if the first time I've ever been in, you blew me yesterday. But it really made me understand why these white people I'll be like, you do know I pay you, right? And the white people be like, yeah, but that you pay me because I'm white.
Exactly. That's exactly what they say too.
Like, you pay me because you're not capable.
Because I can get you in yeah. Yeah, man, it's hard out here, man. It's hard out here.
This supposed to be Tell Me Something Good Friday.
We black. Let's tell you something good. We black.
I ain't gonna even lie, man. The wonderful, the craziest part, it's unbelievable. Like, I could have done something for 20 years, have tangible example. Like, Riis, white people will make a mistake and then be mad at you because you corrected them on their mistake. And then have the audacity to act like the mistake wasn't a big deal. Just do your job, Negro. I just wanted to catch your typo.
Oh, you can read, huh?
You want to read, nigga, huh? You was one of them Negroes that read. We told you.
You could have just corrected it and kept going. That's all I need you to do.
Right. You corrected and keep going. Don't you tell me nothing about my mistakes.
When it win an award with no typos, you don't get no credit for it.
Man. And the audacity of white people, even when the black people are in charge, the white people be like, wait, I know better than you, Negro. You know what? I had a white person put something in writing and then tell me that ain't what they said. And I'd be like, but it's right here in writing. You put it in your writing. Nigga, who told you to read? I'm tired, man. Tell me something good. It's Good Friday. Tell me something good. Wow, wow. Tell me that you look. I know how to read. Something good. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, it is. Tell me something good. Hey, y'all, I need y'all to give us a call, 872-259-7474. Y'all got to tell me some good news because Riis depressed me this week. I was all excited. I was going to the Bulls game, and then I realized it wasn't because I was smart. It's because I'm black. You know, I be trying to have conversations with people, and now I realize they just be nodding and being like,
that's going to be in your head all the time. Now.
Right, I'm telling you. I'm going to be talking to white people this weekend. I'll be like, he's black. Smart? What kind of watch is that you've got on, colored guy? You guys, are you not happy? Just tell me something good Friday, man. Riis, Super Bowl Sunday, bro. Super Bowl weekend. Did you see Aaron Rodgers became the player of the MVP?
Yeah, it was his fourth one, right?
And he's still, he only got one ring, right?
Only been there one time.
Bum.
That's what I be trying to tell him.
But
I be telling all them Green Bay fans, yeah, every season, if it's 10 seasons, y'all probably win the NFC 8 times. You win 14 games, and you got one NFC, I think 2 NFC appearances and 1 win. Just imagine that.
Jokers!
Just imagine that Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl the same amount of times as Jay Cutler. No, not Cutler. What's the other one that we had before him?
Jim McMahon?
No, the one that took us. What was his name?
It was Jay Cutler.
Rex Grossman. So, yeah.
Right, you run around here bragging because you beat Chicago. Shut up, dude.
Right. You run around.
You cut your hair, too.
But yeah, so.
Chump.
So that was it. But yeah, so.
All right, Riis, just tell me something good Friday, man. Give us a call. Hey, y'all, y'all been good all week. Could y'all call us and tell us something good? We got a lot going on this week. And I do have some tell me something goods, but give us a call, 872-259-7474. Y'all be calling me to tell me about, could y'all, at least y'all know I'm smart. Oh, we got a caller? They hung up. Dad called us, so y'all didn't even want to tell nobody nothing good. You tripping. Tell me something. Okay, Riis, so I'm going to say Super Bowl Sunday. I've decided, Riis, that I'm going to have chips and snacks. I think I'm going to ask Big Swill, can I come up to the TP and watch it on his big screen? And I think I want to invite some of our friends to come check it out with us. So, Riis, I have decided.
You got to be one stipulation. If you come, you got to sign the Carrie Steele.
You got to sign the Carrie Steele petition.
Do not.
Or if you've got petitions, you can bring them in, right? Now, we do have tomorrow is the What's in It for the Black People, the Black People First Party meeting at TP at 10 a.m. So if you got petitions that you need to bring in, bring them to us. We will get you notarized. We got our lesson / our mission, and then we're going to be back on Sunday. Big Swill let us, and we're going to have chips and dip. I want chips, dip. What's the best Super Bowl food, man? Besides wings.
Sandwiches probably, too. I like some sandwiches.
What kind of, you like salami on your sandwich?
It's pork, man.
Man, they got turkey salami.
All right, but then I rock with it.
I want a hoagie made with, remember when they used to make them big old 8-foot subs?
Yeah, that's what we get. And then I get that. And then they cut it, and then they put it like in that pan. They go around.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I know how to do that. I used to do that at Subway. So basically, you cut it in 3 pieces, and then you turn them up, and then you put them on the pan. But man, you know who else got some great sandwiches? Tamiko, Fine Pammages Sandwiches, cause she make the best hoagie sandwiches ever. Woo! And she make them with salami too. Riis, what else you eat for Super Bowl? What's the best Super Bowl food? I want some deviled eggs, but I just don't want nobody else to be there when I have them.
I used to grill sometimes a little bit.
Hey man, I used to grill for Super Bowl too. Like turn on the grill, make a barbecue. But I ain't gonna. What's your best Super Bowl? I want. Who made that crab? What was it with the crab and the? Was it Nidra? Somebody stuffed some crab in some stuff. The Cozy Court. Man, I ain't ordering from Home of the Hoagie because they won't even take your order over the phone no way. Then you be like, I ordered it 3 hours ago, and you come up 3 hours, and they be like, we ain't even put it in yet.
Like I hate when places when you order and then you go and you have to order when you get that. Then why you take my order over the phone, huh?
Right. Don't let me pay. I'll be wanting to pay in advance too.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I can pay you right now.
Right, I pay you. Nah. We
gonna I'm gonna come and get my food. I just don't want to sit 30 minutes in my car waiting on some food, and I told you I'm coming.
Oh, Reddy said buffalo chicken dip. Not Tennille's. Tennille be making buffalo chicken dip soup. Hers be soupy. Mine be like, it's like a meal. Reddy said buffalo chicken dip, spinach and artichoke dip, egg rolls, and Italian beef. Why don't y'all bring some of that to the you dig? Let's have a soup. It gotta be like you gotta get it from somebody though, because you know if you got cats, we ain't messing around and everybody worried about COVID. Somebody, man, I want some like what's the best dip? Do you like spinach? I like spinach dip. I make some bomb spinach dip. You know what? I'm starting to not like the. Well, let me stop. What else y'all got? What you gonna bring? Home? Nope. Black-owned chips. Where we gonna get some chips from? Rap snacks? I've been looking for rap snacks. I can't find them. Chili, I make the best chili. Crab wontons. Crab and shrimp dip. But you know that shrimp be jamming my whatchamajigam up. Riis, all right, look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. It's time for Tell Me Something Good. If you got something good, tell me what you gonna do for the Super Bowl. Tell me what you bringing to the Super Bowl chips and dip grab. But I need to hear something good because Riis told me I am not smart, I'm just black. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me? Caller? Just bet you better Katie.
Good morning, Maze and Riis.
Good morning.
This is Easy Income.
This who?
About the N-word. The thing is, it kind of started out, back in the 80s, 90s when, rappers would, have white people come to their concerts and they all use the N-word together. And the thought behind that was that, hey, if you're partying with us, now in your 20s, when you 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when you run these companies or you in a position where you, own companies, you won't be racist. And, so how did that work out? The thing is that the N-word is white people's drug of choice.
Can I say it?
It just gets them, it gets to them, And so my question is selling out pain, back to them, using the N-word, like you said about Lamar, doing a sitcom about slavery.
Oh, that's that boy.
Is that being a sellout?
Yes.
Right. Is he being a sellout or is that genius? I don't know. I don't know which one. But it just seemed like everybody, including black folks, pimp our pain. And, now it's kind of, now it's coming up like what we had planned in the beginning didn't work out quite that way. Now it's just outright blatant use of the N-word, and we need to get a handle on that, and the thing is that, it's, I can understand it both ways. And I say, well, don't give it power. Don't give the N-word any power, but it's something that, that it kind of stings a little bit, And, the thing about it is, like, if you see two white people, and occasionally you'll see this, two white people, arguing and calling each other, hunkies and whatever. And the next thing you know, they both laughing about it, because, it's kind of ludicrous to them, using racial slurs with each other. But for us, it hits a little differently, So it's I don't know, Are these the results of us pimping our pain? or is this result to genius? You know, so I'm waiting for that Super Bowl halftime show. And man, you know, I'm gonna have my finger on the pause button. If I hear that N-word, man, at the Super Bowl on the halftime show, I'm gonna be pissed. You know, I enjoy all those artists, but if I hear the N-word, you know, it's gonna piss me off. And that's my comment.
Well, wait, before you go, you got to tell me something good, man. You got to tell me something good. Give me something good before you go.
Well, it ain't a lot of good in the hood right now, but the one thing I will say is when you had that brother from what's that from the intellectual media.
Yep, Brother Fred.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that was like Ellington and Strayhorn. I mean, you know, the way you two guys collaborated, you know, it just, you know, it made me feel good. So that's my good, you know, I still carry that.
I take that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tell me something good. Anybody else up there, Reese? All right, you got something? Tell me something good, callers. I want to hear from you. It's been a long week, but I want, and can you bring me some chips and dip to the, you dig? It's the Maze Jackson Show. What's up, caller? How you feeling?
What's going on, man?
What up?
James Say here.
James Say, tell me something good, man.
Man, you want some good hoagies, man, you got to come to the Southland, man. No line, no wait. You get in, get out. You order your platter, pick it up, and roll out.
Where,
you got
James?
a couple of places out. You got a spot. You got 2 spots in Dalton, bro. They sell the steak sandwiches and one right off the Bishop Ford on State Line Road. In Dalton, Forest, and then you got one on 140 on the from Sibley and Greenwood across from the Save-A-Lot. From the Save-A-Lot.
Okay.
So they both got good sandwiches. You get in and get out, you place your order, and they give you what you need, and you go on about their business, decent food, bro. That's what we're pretty much having at the house, probably just some hoagies, man, and maybe some pizza or something else. Just some simple, some easy, bro.
Okay, I feel like I might just eat me some food, and maybe I don't want to work yet. Maybe we should just wait till the mask mandate is over, then come on. But I don't know, James. So, man, that is something good. Tell me something, dog. What's up, man?
What up? One more thing, man. Earlier you were talking about the old school video games. I have a thing. I got it from the flea market out in Austin. Paid $200 for it. Called a Pandora's box. They also sell them on Amazon. 3,000 games, old school. All the Donkey Kongs, all the Pac-Man, all the even the arcade version of Madden, all the Street Fighters, all the Marvel versions. It's all on that game, bro.
Can I tell you something? At TP, they got them all, too. At TP, they got all the old school games, and they they stand up, like when you used to go to Pizza Hut and sit down and play Pac-Man, he got all of that. So I be playing the old school games, but I want a ColecoVision. I need it to be the same way with the paddle, with the buttons and everything.
Exactly. You get the man. There's companies out here, bro, custom making them things to your liking, bro.
I'm about to check
Micro
that.
Center has one with all the Atari games on it for like $179. It has the ball, comes with the balls for Missile Command.
Oh, really? I used to love Missile Command.
$179 Micro Center.
All right, I'm going to have to go check Micro Center out, too. Thanks. That's my boy, James Say. You got to tell me something good. That's it, Reese? What, you got something good for me? Reese, you ain't got nothing good to tell me? Or is it any callers?
Oh, no, I thought it was James. Man, you know what, man? My daughter, actually, she surprised me, man. She lit me up. I'm telling you, I ain't know. that was the funny thing. She said, don't worry. But, yeah, man, that's something good. And, I got my event. But other than that, man, it's been a good week, man. A good, hard-working week. So, man, that was my tell me something good, man. I made it through. It's Friday. I'm going to end it out strong today. I'm going to relax tomorrow. And I'm going to watch the Bengals win Sunday.
Man, I'm for the Bengals, too.
I don't know why I did this.
I want the Bengals, too. I do. I know. And, man, I want the Bengals. I do like Joe Burrow. I do. I liked him since he was at LSU when they had them crazy wide receivers that was all over the place. And it's dope to see he got his own, one of his wide receivers from college and one of his linemen from college. And they about to go on ahead and, I just feel like LA too soft to win a NFL title. They just too soft.
They got to bring the house. That if that defense is anything off, man, that man can put up 400 yards easily, Burrow, easily. Mm-hmm. He owns the record for
500 and something.
Yeah, easily. Like him and his wide receiver got the whole little.
Then they got the Joe Mixon.
Yeah, man, they easy. So I definitely will. It's a good story. It's something different.
Think about this, Reese. He'll have the same amount of rings as Aaron Rodgers.
And you only been for 2 years.
Anyway, that should tell me something good. I got to tell me something good. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I haven't decided. I said I want to have a shindig, but then somebody invited us to a shindig that seemed like it's going to have some good food. So I don't know.
That's why I say anybody invite me anywhere that look good and, you know what I'm saying, COVID safe, I'm there. But other than that, I'm home.
Man. See, it's like I want a bunch of food. Like I just want a snack. I want to start snacking at 1 o'clock all the way till 9. Then I want to see what happened with Tommy. I want somebody to whoop Tommy ass though on Power because I'm just tired of them making it like Chicago Sweet. They made Chicago Sweet on Power.
I finally watched it.
Chicago Sweet, ain't it? They made us sweet. Then the bad dudes is the Irishman. Even though you see that line that they got with the OGs coming home, right? And it's getting, man, they got some Chicago stuff going on in there. I'm going to the Bulls game on Saturday. Oklahoma Thunder. Reese, I told you, I don't go to the game for the game. I go to eat at the box. If I ain't in a box, then I'm going to see. But my son is a huge basketball fan, a huge Bulls fan, and he has been lighting me up like, Dad, we used to go to at least 8 to 10 games a season. We have not gone because of COVID. So we going to the Bulls game tomorrow. Then it's the Super Bowl. I got a big shout out to YouTube. To the YouTube, Reese, I was nervous that I was losing viewers and followers on Facebook because the numbers have been dropping. And then I realized that YouTube was cracking. And then you add that to the fact that Mark Zuckerberg lost, like Facebook is losing big with viewers. And so I was concerned that y'all was not loving me no more. But y'all just went to YouTube. And it's growing quicker on YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of people that I talk to, like they be saying, like my friend called me like yesterday. I didn't even know that he watched because he used to write in on Facebook. He was like, "Oh man, I left Facebook a month or 2 ago." He said, "I listen every day on YouTube." I said, "How is everybody going to YouTube?" And he said, "Tell Maze that we do not like them comments on YouTube." He said, "We over there, we quiet, we say our little piece." He said, "Man, all them comments come." We like, look at these Facebook.
Hey, you know who did that though? I didn't do a restream, just started doing it automatic. I'll be honest with you. I am watching like Reese with YouTube. I get all the comments. I get the vertical. I get everything I want inside the studio. We're not even using the phone. It's just I'm watching it all on YouTube now. So I got all the comments and everything. So the restream has merged it, but it allows me to create one experience. So thank y'all for that. Also, I'm going to tell you. So in the 48 Laws of Power, there's a point. I love debate. I love debate when there's nothing at stake. But the 48 Laws of Power tells you that when in a disagreement, raising your voice or getting louder in an argument doesn't advance your point. It only makes the other person set in further in their point. So sometimes I've learned to stop talking. I was a little bit upset, a little bit bothered. And one of my good friends, Alderman Burnett, always says to me, Maze, do not get even, get ahead. So, It's funny how God works. This week I got all my trademarks in the mail. This week, and I'm going to remind y'all about Michael Jackson. A lot of times in the world, people talk smack about Michael Jackson. And usually he just bought them. So, I want to thank God for all my mail and paperwork that came in the mail. Everything we got is trademarked now officially. From the rooter to the tutor. And I want to thank my sister. I want to thank my legal counsel. I want to thank everybody who pulled me to the side when we first started doing this What's in it for the Black People media thing and said, you got to protect yourself and protect what you build. And, I was like, oh, no. It's all love. And they say, when you do a contract, you don't do it because when things go right, you do it for when things go wrong. And you bulletproof yourself. And so this week, my bulletproof vests came in the mail. And I just wanted to say thank you. It's like, so, yeah, I'm not going to argue too much. I'm not going to talk a lot of smack. I'm going to just, because Riis, I told you people always, we always want to be physical. Our thought is to win through physical. And what I've learned is that physical works for a minute, but I can own you for the lifetime. And the last, don't test me, son. Don't test me. I've been in this game for a long time. I've been how they say I'm a businessman. Houston J say I'm a businessman.
It's not business, man. Let me handle my business. Damn.
It's like a lot of people. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you. God works in mysterious ways. And I want to thank my buddy, my good friend, Alderman Burnett, who always said, don't get even, get ahead. I own it all now. It's official. So check your mail. Check your mail. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, Riis, we got to get up out of here. I am the host, Riis. You got anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Oh, man. See y'all back here Monday.
Monday. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. So for Maze and Riis and Ruthie, I am your host asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said we out of here. Peace.
Business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. For Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.